I titled this Big Bad Alcohol to fit the theme. Alright. I remember when I was 5, my mother, my siblings and I went to our uncle's place. We were playing hide and seek, all very friendly. We loved his big round face. We called him Torta. But for some reason, one day, we were told to wait outside. I looked in the window and my mother was uncomfortably shuffling. She was deep in conversation, and through all the muffles and blubbering, I heard the word suffering. He had a glass of shochu in front of him. She was red-eyed and he was red-nosed, and I didn't know that they were discussing the day that he was going to go until much later on, because when I asked him the next week what they talked about before, he said he couldn't remember, so I guess alcohol makes you forget. He seduced death, though. He didn't hold the bottle, he clenched it. He held it as if it were a crucifix, and he kissed it like he meant it. The gongs of empty glass on table never ended, and he was knocking right on death's door. He drank as if the empty glass was a telescope or a portal you look through, and all the answers and more. He just needed to find the right glass. But you lose yourself in this thirsty search because you look so hard you forget what you're looking for. Not too long ago I met you. You were abrasive and rude, and boundless sass beset you. But luckily for me, I thought you were kidding. Or did I? Anyway, I never said anything to upset you. You smiled all the time and you exuded genuine style. You were so confident in your manner, I felt I was always on trial, yet despite every half-hearted quip and adamant denial, for some reason I could hear a rattle far away. We became friends and that rattle would never fade. I heard it when you laughed after telling me how he jaded, followed by a self-deprecating joke and an urgent segue. I heard it when your smile decayed, when you thought no one was watching. I heard it in the way you curl up when you hit the hay. I hear a rattling under your skin, akin to a glass in a tin ricocheting against your bones and your tense muscles so thin. I never heard it when we were drunk. Maybe alcohol makes you forget. Until Friday, when we cried for the first time and I tried to hold you because that rattling controlled you and you were shaking, and I was trying my best to console you, but I was terrified too underneath. We were sitting at the bank of the river and your tears were the color of liquor and your breaths were heavier than the smoke. You breathed crazily and you told me you thought this would make you happy. I held you as the rattling got louder, because that's all I could do. I'd never seen this side of you. Sometimes being there for someone isn't about making them better, but just helping bear the weight of their tears when the clouds turn dark, just being an umbrella rather than making the rain disappear. But I did realize that up until now you had taught yourself to be strong, that your skin was thicker than the earth's crust, and your smile was brighter than the sun, and that your eyes shined longer than the stars, and that a quivering lip and wet palms meant that you lost. And you taught yourself that, and you won. You beat the world your way. But alcohol makes you forget. And that night you rained into the river and fell into life. In that short moment, I saw what was rattling inside you. Your skies opened up, and it wasn't a loose bolt that collided with your sides and provided you with a mild irritation. Something was knocking on the walls of your body. These walls that you built so tall, so complete, that people all the time mistake it for your real self. But we aren't made from concrete. I almost heard the call. The exact details, though, I can't recall, because alcohol makes you forget. And whatever it was quickly hid behind a cloud of menthol smoke and the voice of someone else, but it cried like a bluebird and it was just asking for help. Before my uncle died, he forgot his own name. He bled when he coughed and laughed in his sleep between gagging on an amalgamation of weak morphine and a streak of red vomit. And he stared at the ceiling so long that his eyes adopted the blank whiteness from it. I saw him a week before he suffocated on his own blood. I saw him along with my sister and my brother, and I gave him a hug. And he called us by our nicknames, cajoled us to be good, and spent the last of his body's water on teary talks of regret. I was confused because I thought alcohol makes you forget.